All right, this might be the craziest thing, bro, out of all the things I'm about to show y'all, man. So now this is in Sand Hill Crane in Florida, and I'm not from this area, so maybe this could be like a common thing there. So let me know if you guys are from that area. But this reminded me of that movie Leave the World Behind, and y'all remember the deers? They were trying to warn the little girl and her family. You know, the animals are very in tune with nature and what's going on. Now, once again, like I said, this just could be like a normal thing in that area. I mean, I would hate to live here if you have to deal with that every day, every morning. I mean, I don't know how you'd be able to sleep, but just some things to, you know, take note of. Yo, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. So we got breaking news coming live from Tampa's mayor. Okay, this is from the USA Today. She says that she's warning to residents in the Tampa area, if you don't evacuate from Hurricane Milton, you are going to die. Wow, wow. Now, y'all know me, man. I always do the opposite of what they tell us or what they tell me. They told you guys in 2021 and 2020, if you don't get this, bad things are going to happen to you. That wasn't true. They told you if you didn't put on a certain thing on your face, y'all see what I'm trying to get at, you know, because there's certain words that you just can't say no more. So the fact that the government is telling you you're going to die if you don't, you know, honestly, bro, I wouldn't be scared no more. If I was scared and if I saw them saying this, I wouldn't be scared no more. Literally, guys, do the opposite. Whatever they tell me, I just do the opposite. Whatever the mainstream is talking about. So a lot of fear mongering being pushed out from the news. This is how they control you. This is how they keep the people at a lower state, a lower frequency, by getting you to be scared and fearful, cannot get you activate faith. And it reminds me of a Bible verse. Here, let me show y'all this. Guys, this Bible verse popped up in my head literally right as I was reacting to this. It reminded me, like, literally, you can't trust the government, bro. So it says, when they shall say peace and safety. So whenever they're telling you peace and safety, don't worry, don't panic, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Okay, so whenever they tell you that, you're going to die, destruction is coming. You're going to die, destruction is coming your way. You know, to get you to be fearful, that means most of the time you have nothing to worry about, all right? Now, personally, if I was in Florida and I saw what's happening in North Carolina, I would have been left. I would have been left a long time ago. But that's the reason why I didn't want to move to Florida too, because that was the second place I wanted to move to. But these hurricanes, man, it just, you know, I wouldn't really care about losing the house. It's just at the time I built and, you know, setting things up and moving things and lose all that time and it to be destroyed, then that will be sad, you know. But so y'all know I believe in HARP. I believe in weather control, weather modification. I mean, if you live in a major city in California, all you have to do is look at the sky and you'll see it. You'll see the chemtrails. You'll see them spraying in the air. You'll see all those things. And I believe what's taking place right now, though, is God's judgment. But it's important to know that what they could do.
This and the rest of us, a view no one has ever had before. What a hurricane's power looks like at water level as it storms ashore. In just 2 minutes, scientists here can take calm waters and turn them into a monster hurricane.
The wind is gradually getting stronger and stronger as it's coming up here, and it's ramping up to a Category 5. It's probably about a Category 3 right now.
This 75-foot-long tank is
so that's Category 3, and that one looks pretty wild. So just imagine 5.
First simulator in the world capable of creating a Category 5 hurricane over water. Brian House is the director of the University of Miami's new laboratory at the Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science.
What was it like when you cranked it up the first time, full blast?
It was stunning. I mean, it was it was chills.
Nearly 40,000 gallons of seawater fill this tank. House uses a computer program and a single 1,700 horsepower fan to whip wind speeds up to 157 miles per hour.
This tank is the largest wind wave facility in the world. We can generate an extreme Category 5.
House and his team want to understand why...
I mean, so this right here is just proof that they could control the weather. I mean, we know that. We know they could control the weather, but you have to understand that God is the control of everybody. So what they could only do what he allows. Just like in the book of Job where the devil attacked Job, right? The devil could only do what God allowed him to do. So even with all these things you've seen with the weather and all that, and the hurricanes and the heat waves and floods and all that, they could only do what God allows them to do, okay?
Some hurricanes make landfall and fizzle out, while others become catastrophes.
It's the heat of the ocean that powers the hurricane. we know.
I got to my grandma's house, and she said she ain't going nowhere. Let's see what she got to say when I get here. To read the pledge. Look at it, y'all. In his bed. Come to get you up out this house.
Girl, it's about to storm.
That's why we coming here. Do you know that you got to evacuate?
I ain't evacuating nowhere. And then don't happen. They got my.
This is the only storm that we ever got that was a category 5. And I know you. You think if it's my time, it's my time.
Girl, I'm coming in my own house. I ain't going nowhere.
You are prone to flooding. I'm finna pack you and Uncle Rod up and y'all finna come to my house. I'm finna... Grandma, it's not funny. You think this hurricane is a joke.
So I like the fact that Granny is operating in faith. You know, I was at Costco. Literally, I've been to Costco maybe about 2-3 times this past week. And every time I've been there, guys, toilet paper is sold out. Now, I'm not even in Florida. I live in California, the complete opposite side. There's no hurricanes going on over here. I mean, there's heat waves, but that shouldn't trigger people to want to get toilet paper, you know, but everything is just all sold out. And it's like, it reminds me of a Bible verse. Like, Jesus told us not to do that type of stuff where we have to worry about what we're going to eat, what we're going to drink, and what we're going to wear. Okay. You got to move in faith, man. Got to move in faith. That Granny, I see a lot of people in the comment section saying, oh, make sure she's okay and stuff like that. Like, if she has the Most High God with her, there's nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, nothing to panic. So it reminds me of a Bible verse. I'll probably leave it somewhere on the screen if y'all could see it, if you want to read along. It's in Matthew chapter 6, verse 25 to 34. You know, I just want to react to this real quick because not many people know this, but the state of Wyoming, most of it is on fire right now, and it's not getting media attention. You know, we're only hearing about hurricane. Even the California record-breaking heats didn't really get much media attention. So, yeah, Wyoming's on fire. It's on fire, and it seems like all of America, all of Babylon's getting hit left and right, left and right. You know, so what's next, guys? What's the next state to be hit? I'm curious, man. All right, so check this out. This guy is getting a lot of media attention right now. He doesn't want to leave. I believe he's in Tampa Bay right now. Hear what he has to say.
Comments, and there was a guy, and he was telling a story in the Bible how there was a flood coming, and the guy, after the flood happened, he was like, God, why didn't you save me and everything? And he said, I sent 3 people, and you didn't come. What are you going to say to that comment?
Somebody made that same exact thing to me this morning. God sent me here. He sent me here. He told me to come here. He told me to be right here for this. So I'm doing what he told me to do. So I know he didn't send nobody to get me out of here. And anybody that tries to get me out of here, they're not of God, because God told me that this is where I'm supposed to be. And that's why I'm doing it. So.
And you're not worried at all, and everything's going to be all right?
I'm not worried, because my life, this is nothing compared to what I've been through, so this doesn't scare me. It's not even a minor inconvenience, because all that's going to happen is everybody's going to get wet, but I'm going to be fine because I'm in a boat that floats. Again, the water's on the outside. Now the wind, yes.
So a lot of people are giving him backlash, but I mean, how do we, like, if he's saying that God is telling him to do this and that, who are we to say, no, don't leave, or don't listen to what God says? We don't know his personal relationship with God, you know? So I see a lot of people say, you know, if he's saying that God is telling him to stay, then, you know, gotta let him do what he does.
The wind's gonna pick up, but my anchor is tied to the dock. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
You got this.
So it's all gonna be good. I'm gonna be fine.
All right, man.
God got my
Everyone's praying
back.
for you.
Because.
And over here, this is the funny part here. This is what we have to say real quick. Hold up.
Dan should be able to stay on his boat if he wants to stay on his boat. I just saw a video saying that, like, the police came and took him off his boat. And for everybody that hasn't been following it, Lieutenant Dan is this man. He's got one leg, and he rode out Hurricane Helene on his, it's like a tiny little boat. And he wants to stay and ride out Milton. And his theory is that as the water rises while his boat floats, he will rise too. So we have this concept in medicine called autonomy, meaning you as the patient get to make your own choices about your body. As long as we can prove that you understand the risks and the benefits of whatever the treatment is, if you decline, that's up to you. That's your choice. I feel like Lieutenant Dan understands the risk. He understands that he might pass away in the storm. He should be able to stay on his boat. Plenty of people in their houses are staying in their house despite evacuation orders. If he understands the risks, let that man stay on his boat. Also,
Yeah, I definitely agree with what she's saying. Um, like I said, you know, if God has told him to stay or to stay, then God has told him to stay. Now this part's pretty funny, guys. We always have these people.
Lieutenant Dan, listen here, damn it. My real name's Forrest, and I'll tell you one thing. That boat you're on ain't no fucking Jenny. Get your ass off that son of a bitch and get to dry land. Don't be stupid. That Jenny you're on ain't gonna float. I promise you. Let's get off.
Despite
We got.
All right, here he goes right here.
That.
But what if you're not here because of it?
There's a funny part. I'm gonna try to find it. Hold up.
If I'm not here, then that was meant to be.
Explain to them why you're assigned to stick out a Category 5, one of the worst hurricanes in Tampa history, out on a 20-foot sailboat in Tampa Harbor.
God told me to come out here and get a boat. I came out here and got a boat. And everything that he's been telling me over the last 2 days is I'm doing the right thing. He's got my back. I'm in good shape. I ain't sweating it. We're going to ride this one out. We got set up the way we know what we're doing. And as long as the water just keeps rising, we'll be fine. The water's going to come in, it's going to rise. If you're on land, it's going to flood, you're risking drowning. I'm in a boat. The boat goes up with the water. So even if the boat goes up 100 feet in the air, I'm going to be up 100 feet in the air with the water. So it's really the safest place in the world to be is on my boat.
Can we please get you into a hotel?
No. No.
Everybody's been asking, man. We got to get you off this thing.
Listen, the only way I'm going to go to a motel room is if a woman invites me and she's going to stay.
Tomorrow we're gonna come back on. It's not a voluntary.
He said he ain't leaving unless he got to eat with him, man. Can't knock him.
What could be an issue? Last night's voluntary. All right.
Where are we going to go?
You get shelter. I got 9 shelters that are open.
God sent me here.
So what do you guys think about this brother? Personally, me, I'm all for him. You know, I pray, you know, he's safe and whole. But like I said, guys, if God is telling him to stay, who are we to tell, or anybody to tell him that he has to leave? So, yeah, his brother's bold. He's not moving in fear. If he believes God's with him, he has nothing to worry about. Now, they're comparing him to Noah, which I think is a little bit too extreme. But, you know, he don't got no animals with him, it looks like. So, but anyways, I'm out. I love you guys so much. If you made it this far, like, share, subscribe. Peace.